one stage. Spurs, of course, still unbeaten under Ange Postecoglou with 10 men at Luton. Big win for Chelsea and Mauricio Pochettino, and for Everton and Sean Dyche, also for Fulham. Late one, of course, for Manchester United at Old Trafford, and the only 0-0 of the weekend was at Selhurst Park. Today, we brought you Liverpool drawing 2-2 at Brighton. They were 2-1 up. The same scoreline at West Ham, with an 89th minute equaliser for the Hammers. Also all square in the Midlands derby between Wolves and Aston Villa, and for the first time since December 2016, Arsenal beat Manchester City in the Premier League. So after this weekend, going into the international break, it is Sheffield United who are bottom. They and Bournemouth, the only teams without a win. And as you see, Luton still out of the drop zone on goal difference. Wolves 8 points now after that one they accumulated today against Aston Villa. At the top, it is Spurs who go into the international break as the Premier League leaders on goals scored. 2 more than Arsenal, level on points and level on goal difference as well. The 2 unbeaten teams in the Premier League, both in North London. Manchester City 3rd, Liverpool 4th.
Well played. Arsenal have had to wait a long time for that victory over Manchester City. Gabby, to be the man who comes on and gets the goal, how good does it feel?
No, I'm not the man. I think everyone has your part in this victory. I scored the goal, but was the whole team, the staff and the fans as well. It was everyone, you know. And as you said, I'm happy, and the team is happy as well.
More than 3 points?
For sure, you know. Everyone knows how hard it is to play against them, even when they play away, you know. But as I said before, it's not impossible to beat them, you know. Like, we have to congratulate them to how they work, how they play. But it's our home, you know. We had to try everything, run, fight, and with the ball be efficient to score goals. You know, I'm very happy for Gabi. He come on and help us. That show how strong our team is. So. Congrats for everyone.
And what about for you? You basically staggered in here. You're so exhausted. How hard do you have to work to beat Man City?
Well, it's not easy. Play 3 games in 1 week, 90 minutes. You know, and I did it. You know, I think I'm back with my fitness. You know, as like I always been, like fighting, running everywhere, helping the team without the ball. So today I can run and help them, but like Gab says, whole team played amazing, and we won the game. That's why.
Yeah, Gabby, what about your fitness? When you limped off against Everton, I mean, how quickly after that were you thinking City's the target?
Yeah, after that moment, I just tried to give my best in my recovery, you know, and try to be ready for the next game. And yeah, luckily it was for this game, and I helped the team, and I'm so happy with the victory and my fitness as well.
Yeah, and the same question I asked Gabby, really. Above the 3 points, more than the 3 points to beat Man City, what does it do for that dressing room?
It gives more confidence, you know. We know our potential, and we know how tough it is to play against them. And yeah, today we beat them, and just give us more confidence to carry on.
Play, guys. Well done.
Thank you.
He was today. Micah Richards is with us, so too Theo Walcott, who played in and scored in the last Arsenal team.
Every time.
He's not mentioned it.
To beat Man City, but it's worth mentioning it because it's 2015. It was 8 years ago when it happened. Incidentally, Gary Neville's also going to join us from commentary. He tipped, remember, Arsenal to win the title this season. I was just thinking, Theo, it was a good job Arsenal didn't take that draw.
Yes, very much so. Well, you know, looking at the stats, obviously the possession was very even. It could have walked away with a draw. But, yeah, very pleased that the ball deflected off Nathan's head, Ake's head.
Did you see that moment coming, in truth?
In truth, no. I felt it started to just fade away the game. It started to feel like a bit of a pre-season feel where everyone was happy with the point. But it's credit to Arsenal and credit to sort of Mikel's messages to his team that, you know, it always go to last minute, and there'll be people that probably would have left maybe as well, beating the traffic. But I feel like that pattern's going to change, just like this result. This pattern now is it's great to see. Like I said before, that City are beatable now. I'm really pleased.
Well, you heard it there. It's more than 3 points. certainly in the Arsenal dressing room?
Yeah, I think it's just for their confidence. You know, looking back to last season, thinking Man City, that's a game that you want to get something from. Today, probably Arsenal would have been happy with a draw, but they get the 3 points. I don't think Arsenal were at their absolute best today, but the way they approached the game was definitely more intelligent. You know, Man City are going to dominate the ball, but I just thought they defended well. I thought Saliba, and we talked about Saliba last season, and I missed him for some key games last season. But this season he's playing the best football of his career, and today again he was outstanding.
So that moment did come very late on. How? Why? Where was the spark?
Oh, well, the spark was, you know, Mikel's first of all making all these substitutions. Martinelli being a really big key one at the start of the second half, and again he was positive as soon as he got the ball, and you felt like the crowd were getting up for it as well. And Tomiyasu obviously wanders around him, Havertz as well, which is, you know, he's set off really lovely here. And yeah, he's got a bit lucky with there, but it doesn't matter. You sort of look for your luck there. But
Tomiyasu coming at left back, Micah.
Yeah, but we talk about risks in football, and he's probably come on to do a defensive job, take off Zinchenko, but he gambled. He's seen the space. He had a little look round there, just anticipating where the ball's going to go, and then gets ahead. Obviously, it's a nice set for Martinelli to go and finish it off. To get, obviously, huge.
Martinelli just gets that little bit of space.
He does, but that's all you need in this game. Look, the game wasn't the greatest game we've ever watched, but tactically, these games are always going to be like that because Man City are so good, and you've got to time your runs going forward, and Arsenal did it on this particular moment and finished it off.
I think Tomiyasu as well, he's wandered in there because Martinelli is sort of, he's gone out so wide, he's just put Kyle Walker in doubt because, you know, Kyle Walker had a very easy first half, should we just say, very different, and that put him in doubt, and his position, he was just slightly out, and yeah, like I say, it doesn't matter how they're going for me.
This should say as well, there's nothing really that Nathan Ake or Edison can do in that situation, Micah.
No, I mean, we can't be critical. I mean, if we're being really critical, you stood still. I think keepers always say to defenders, when someone's in that position and they have a shot, try keep as still as possible. But it's anticipating where the ball's going to be. If it hits the head, it could go somewhere else. It's gone there, hits this side, but you can't put too much blame on him for that.
There was still time. There were 7 or 8 minutes left in the game with stoppages as well for City to have something to show for it.
I just don't think City are at their best. They're getting over the line. Even the games at Leipzig, like, you know, 1-1 and they bring on Alvarez, he scores, and Doku scores, but they're not like free-flowing. When they get through the line, so they beat the first press and everything's comfortable, they're on the ball, playing really good football. But it's almost like Haaland, again, was a little bit frustrated. Alvarez has been so good in that pocket, been getting on the ball and sort of playing that Odegaard role. But Odegaard was a little bit quiet today. But that Odegaard, number 10 role, making things happen. But he was out on the right-hand side today, and I don't think he could give exactly what he wanted for the team today.
It's only the second time in the Premier League that Haaland has failed to have a shot. Is that a victory in itself for Arsenal's defence?
I think, of course, yeah, Haaland, the amount of goals that he scored last year, obviously at the start of the programme, we sort of enhanced that where every game he was scoring. And to, like you say, Saliba, today, with me, I love to see attacking free-flowing football, and today wasn't the case. Defensively was fantastic to see. And, you know, we want to see goals, but, of course, you know, today, the defence, they won. And they worked on that in the week, I'm pretty sure of that. And you've got to give credit to them because they knew how to play Man City today. It really worked.
And Arsenal fans aren't going to care about that, are they, Mike?
No, it's a 3 points to go away. I mean, we want, as entertainment, we want them to play free-flowing football, so it's going to be end-to-end. But against Man City, you can't do that. You play like that, you get punished, and today they got the win.
And you wonder if actually that's the plan. That was the plan, to reduce it to little moments in the game and hope that you're the team that's going to...
Well, you could see, couldn't you, the energy in the ground from the start. It was all very nervy, all very cagey. Arsenal was a little bit further back. There wasn't pressing as high and at the same pace as usual. It was like, OK, Man City are going to dictate the ball. We know that. We need to make sure when one goes, we all go, but we have to go at the right time. It wasn't just, OK, we're all going and, let's try and make a game of it. It was more like measured and controlled, and that's what I liked about Arsenal's game.
Raya as well made it very nervy for the whole... For me in here, for everyone in the stands, for everyone at home.
But he walks away with a clean sheet, doesn't he?
Exactly, and then for me, a goalkeeper is all about keeping clean sheets for me. But it's the whole structure, it worked today for Arsenal. But, I don't want to see Arsenal playing like that. But if they get results against these sort of teams and it works, keep on doing it, I say.
So no goals between last season's top two in the first half at the Emirates. Much to discuss, though. From an Arsenal point of view, Cesc, what have you made of it?
Well, it was a very 50-50 game. Man City started strong. I think Arsenal reacted very well after, they started pressing a bit higher with a little bit more desire. But yeah, it was a very tactical game. A lot of new things coming on from Pep and Mikel. So yeah, very interesting game.
And from a City point of view, a few surprises in there, the way they've lined up?
Yeah, definitely, especially when Bernardo was playing that number 6 role. But I think to go to Arsenal and be 0-0 at half-time, you would say yes to start with, but until Ake misses the chance. They've had a few chances which could have put them in front, but you've got to be happy with 0-0 at Arsenal.
Let's look at those, Michael. 4 minutes in. Declan Rice, first of all, off the line, and then the opportunity Sean's talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. That ball's probably going in, but it's a comfortable clearance from Rice. If Gabriel just gets a touch, it might not be, but this is the big chance I feel. Great first touch. I just think less is more. I don't think you need to be smacking it when you're 6-7 yards out. I think you need to be trying to guide it around or over the goalkeeper. So going with your laces from here. Look, he takes a beautiful touch, kills it dead. There is a challenge coming in, but I don't know. It might just be me. The way I like to finish is not always going for power.
I agree. I think it's just a little touch here in front of goal. The goalkeeper is coming at you, the defender as well. You need to react fast. Maybe because he's not a striker, he felt himself in an uncomfortable position, but definitely he should have gone for the small touch.
Yeah, I have to agree there. I think the finish could have been a bit more Mo-esque, like less is more sort of thing. But when you're not a striker, you react like that. I think I may have done the same thing in that situation, but when I'm looking at it from a different point of view, then yeah, the best option I would say there is to side foot or lift it.
One huge talking point. Everyone around the world is talking about it in that first half. You're all going to get a go. So first of all, the challenge by Kovacic on Ødegaard. Should it be yellow or should it be red?
Am I going first?
Yep.
Right. It should. I think should be yellow, but
Why?
think, well, it's nasty. Put it this way. If it's over or under a yellow, it's just over. But I don't think enough to go red.
OK. Cesc?
He's my friend, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I would think it's just a red. Just red. Yes.
You think red?
Yes, he's a little bit too high. The ball already left Ødegaard's feet. I think it's just, yeah.
I'm going to say he's very lucky, man. I've been on the end of a few of those receiving ones, and they are nasty, and he's late. And he catches him above the ankle.
Are you thinking straight red for that?
Borderline, yeah. I think he's been lucky.
2 reds and a yellow.
I think, I think it's borderline, but I just think yellow.
OK. So if you're happy with the yellow, 6 minutes later, are you happy he didn't get a yellow for this tackle on Declan Rice?
Well, it's a similar scenario for me, apart from downgrading it. So I think, is it a foul? Yes. Is it a little bit more than a foul?
Let me ask you another question. If he hadn't been booked, is he booked for that?
Probably, yeah. But the foot's not planted. There's hardly a touch. I think I just don't think it's enough for a yellow. There is a touch on the boot, but there's no pain there. There's no... Watch this. His foot is still floating in the air. It's not planted. It flicks him. You could argue a yellow, but I'm going again. I think it's a bit more than a foul, but not enough for a yellow. So I'm quite comfortable with the referee's decision.
I think Kova was a little bit naive in this case. It's a little bit the same thing we saw before with the Newcastle game. So close, after your first challenge, where you were already lucky or considered lucky, you cannot go down again doing the same mistake. He was very, very lucky for the second time.
It's a lucky boy to 2 tackles, not 10 minutes in. It's a bit of a hectic moment for him there. I think he just needs to slow back down, to be honest.
In one word, does he reappear for the second half?
I should think, no, it's risky.
London at the Emirates Stadium. I'm Derek Ray here on the commentary position, joined by Lee Dixon. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It's Arsenal facing Manchester City.
Thank you, Derek. I was just flicking through my notes at this one. Everything pointing to a really lively matchup, this is. Fingers crossed, eh?
Here are the starters for Arsenal. Bernd Leno begins in goal. Thomas Partey starts with Granit Xhaka in the centre of the pitch. Real chance. Well, he saw the whites of the keeps. Great goalkeeping.
Well, he's denied a certain goal there. Great reflexes from the keeper.
It comes to absolutely nothing. Well, that's a completely wasted throw-in. Well, you can't watch Kevin De Bruyne and not be impressed, Lee. What in particular are you anticipating seeing from the Belgian in this match?
Well, basically, you've got to keep him out the box because he's got...
Must be! Not even close in the end, Lee.
Well, he's had a go, Derek. He's gone for power, but the accuracy just wasn't there, was it?
Gabriel Martinelli. And a chance for him on the flank. Crossing. Can he do it? Well, just went a bit too early. Offside. De Bruyne. It's with Gundogan. Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne just couldn't get it through. He's got the right idea with that pass. And he's in. It must go in, surely. And a goal! That will do it. They've been pushing for it, and now they've been rewarded.
Well, as we see from the replay, it's a classic pullback cross that sets up the chance, and then from there the keeper had little chance. 2-on-1, left completely exposed, and it made for a simple finish in the end.
So the action continues, and City looking to offer a swift response to that setback. Playing with purpose and control. It is advantage Manchester City here. Opportunity it is. It wasn't far.